Would you like to be able to build something that is great? Would you like to be able to create a tech genius for yourself and stop drowning in the tsunami of tech advancement? In this video, I will show you 3 groundbreaking concepts to unlock your personal AI assistant. Master the skills that will make you indispensable in this AI era. Navigate the chaos of exponential technological growth and ever increasing complexity. 3G stands for GitHub, GPT, and the growth mindset for yourself. Your ultimate reward is going to be you are going to be able to create your own personal AI system, an army of assistants that's going to make you conquer and divide all the challenges that you are gonna go through. From fire to quantum computers, humanity's progress is accelerating exponentially. AI is making human skills obsolete at an alarming rate. Without a robust system, you will be left behind in this AI-driven world. Witness the rapid decline of the traditional careers and skills. AI storm is here. It is reckoning the job market, including myself. I'm like, all right, what's happening? I thought I was anti-fragile. I have seen the fragile points for myself. I'm going to make sure you can visualize your skills. You are going to do a self-assessment for your current skills. Identify the areas where AI can potentially help you grow. By the end of this video, you are not just going to have a battle plan to survive, but you are going to thrive. And we are going to make sure your personal AI system is going to help you to do that. This is Rifat. I'm a DevOps contractor who is working in all these complex projects all over the globe. I have a mom who was a nuclear scientist, 2 uncles who were engineers, a father as an engineer, a grandfather as an engineer. Right now at the front of this exponential growth of required skills, because I work as a contractor and I look at how much skills they are asking from me, and some of the skills are becoming obsolete, such as Java, C#. They are not getting any more traction anymore. So I learned that most of my colleagues are crumbling under the weight of the technological advancements, and the companies don't know what they are gonna do. PCI is going down, the confidence is not there, and we are needing of a much more complex automation systems. Last week, the Elon Musk rocket was held in the sky, so we are going to see much more complex, demanding systems that is gonna go online. If you are interested in checking me out, please go ahead into the LinkedIn and add me there. You are going to see all the projects. Feel free to ask a question. Don't get intimidated. Make sure that you ask a question and I will try to help you and I will learn in that process as well. We talked on those 3 steps. First step, master the Git. Second step, use the power of the GPT. Third step, become a top G with your growth mindset. And all of these steps have to come together for you to be able to do a command and conquer all these challenges. Build all the agents for yourself. Think about this like an army. All these troops are your troops that's going to fight for you in the field. We are going to prepare us in this era. Once you have this gap, think this as an opportunity for yourself and start working on yourself. I'm going to advise you some tools. Feel free to go ahead and install them. Some of them are free, some of them are paid for. You need to learn how to orchestrate them, and it is on your side. You are the one who is going to apply and do all the groundwork in the background. Necessary evil is the Git. As Tiago Forte talks about, the code capture, organize, distill, express, we need a database. And that database is not Notion. That database is not Google Drive. You need to use Git to make sure that your code base, your text, your notes are very close to AI. Right now, with the power of the AI systems, it is going to help you be able to build the Git. And there's also browser versions as well. So you got some tickets. It is not like 10 years ago, you are just looking at the terminal. You can solve your problems looking at web interfaces, asking to online agents that you are going to be able to fill gaps. Go and watch the videos, but make sure you get proficient in the language of Git. You learn how to be able to do a reset. If you don't know how to do a Git reset, you are unable to move in the past and in the future. Don't think this is just for the coders. this is for you as well. If you are doing accounting, if you are a lawyer, if you are a doctor, you still have to learn this. How do I install Git? Where do I start? I always use a package manager. You can use Chocolatey or you can use Homebrew. These are all the tools in your arsenal. You are going to use them and make sure your Git is always up to date. Your code base is always up to date and you learned how to use these tools on an ongoing basis. First step, open a GitHub account. You are going to be able to interact with the Git in an easier way. Git is a distributed system, so you are going to have one in your local and one in the cloud. The cloud one is easier to reach these AI agents that the big companies like Microsoft has built, Amazon has built, Google has built. So establish yourself in two different places. Your first commit is the most important commit, but you need to learn. You gotta commit every single time that you are making a change. You are into a version control system where you will be able to go back and forth in the future. You will be able to get feedbacks on your commits. So welcome to this new world. Make sure that you get proficient of all these Git comments. Don't get locked into the mindset of this is too complex for me. No, you gotta start from somewhere and Git is the place for you to start. Second place is the GPT. How am I gonna use the GPT? Microsoft has given the GitHub, where you created your first Git repo. It also has a place called Code Spaces. It's going to give you visual interfaces, so you will be able to create the environments, and a tool called Copilot, so you can ask the Copilot what you need to do. You will be able to chat and go through all your problems. What do I use as a code? I use Cursor and VS Code. Those are the tools that I'm able to leverage the GPT. Cursor has multiple models built in. The VS Code is very integrated to Copilot, and I can use it in the cloud. So I'm witnessing all these transforming of my ideas while I'm working there. Don't think that this is only for the coders. If you are somebody who has a business plan to write, you can write it there. You want to be able to create a CV, you can create it there. You want to be able to do a budget, you will be able to create your budget in GPT. In order to be able to talk to these agents is going to help you build your agents as well, because you are asking a question, you are getting an answer. I'm using that in my application process. Whenever an email comes into my system, I will be able to read it and reply it back with my CV, and I'm doing it globally, so I get around 10 different messages every single day because I have created my own AI agents to be able to reply them. The last stage, the most important stage, the climax for yourself. For you to have a growth mindset, you are going to use the 7 steps that I talked about. In Git, you have the capture part. You create all the para-based systems, the projects, the areas, resources, and the archive. You move in between. You start with a project, then you try to move that project to an area, then area to a resource. The more resources that you are going to have, you are going to see you need to have more and more skills. Sending an email is a skill. Using a GPT is a skill. Writing a C# code, a Python code, a data analysis is a skill. Commanding a robot is a skill. You are going to obliterate all these obstacles once you understand how you turn around these Lacan's triad, which starts with the real, goes to an imaginary world where you create your symbols and you go through the fight as an semblance. You record your journey in a visual manner. It is going to help you divide and conquer the problems that you need to do. This is definitely a decision for yourself. In my second brain, which is in GitHub, I'm committing it as a private repository. I have my projects and I decide to be anti-fragile. I don't want to be fragile. I'm giving all the data to the AI and talking and asking all the time what I need to do, where I can go. I can write all the questions that I need to ask myself all the time. That's going to help me a lot. If you are interested in doing self-learning, this is the channel for you. Self-learning is not easy. It has lots of pains and gains for you. So in this channel, I'm going over CVS code, how you can create 7 baby steps to be able to trigger your self-learning. Please go ahead and watch the videos, leave a comment, ask the questions. So we create a community here to be able to help each other.